Today we're gonna take the knuckle off of a WJ. It's a Grand Cherokee. I can't remember the years, but I'll put a thing down there about what year it is. Who knows? It's, I want to say 98 to 2004. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what Wikipedia has to say. You're gonna need this, lots of this, maybe even a wire brush too. I'll grab one. You're gonna need basic hand tools, a socket set, wrench set, nothing fancy, maybe some needles, pliers, and a screwdriver. And also this 36 millimeter socket. You get it at Napa for I think $8. It's probably up to 12 now, maybe even 25 or 30 with inflation nowadays. I bought a couple of them a few years ago. I leave one on my Jeep for trail repair, because you know, if you got to replace an axle in the woods, you're going to need this. If you don't have an impact, a big long breaker bar, or a ratchet handle and a big long piece of pipe, first thing we want to do is get it jacked up in the air, get the wheel off of it. You don't need a video to do that. It helps if you have the magic chicken foot. Can you get a magic chicken foot? Yeah, keep making noise, buddy. You're next. If you don't have a magic chicken foot, you could always do it the old-fashioned way. Alright, how many of y'all do that? Throw the tire into the Jeep just for extra safety. This way, if the Jeep falls, it takes out your wheel too. So you got to fix whatever falls and then buy a new wheel. Caliper bracket bolts. One down here, one up here on the top, 18 millimeter. I imagine they're going to be tight as snot too. Well, ain't that a fucking kick in the pants. So the rotor's seized on there a little bit. It's probably been a while since it left. Block of wood. Good Lord, that was tight. Good Lord, everything on this thing's fighting me all the way. That came out easier than I thought it would. You really need to put handles on this washer. There we go. The problem is all this crud on here. As you take the bolt out, it's going to draw it in. So you want to get as much crud of it off as you can. And you just want to rock the bolt back and forth. Just want to take it out a little bit and then put it back in. And take it out a little bit and put it back in. It's time consuming, so we're going to pause. Just make sure it goes on there nice and tight. There we go. Maybe you give it a little tappa. I feel like that's on there good enough. All right, let's see what happens. All right, we got lucky. That one spun. All right, so now that we got the bolts out, this hub just pops off. It's pressed in there tight, so we're going to see if we get a screwdriver, see if we can put some leverage on it and tap it out. With no such luck, it's in there pretty tight. Give it a little tap. I've never had them just come right out. But this is what that old sacrificial bolt comes in handy for. Just put it in there. Give it a few turns of the threads. And just beat on it. Reason why you want to use a sacrificial bolt, because once we booger the heads up, we won't be able to get a wrench back on it. Yoink. All right. So we're not using this hub again, which now on the axle, you kind of want to support the back of it because you don't want to drag it out. You kind of want to pull it centered out when you pull it out of the seal. Oh, that's a tight fit. Yeah. OEM factory. This thing's got 200 miles, 1,000 miles on it. That still don't feel too bad, but it's got a little bit of wiggle in it. Well, I'm gonna get a wire brush. I think it's gonna be easier to clean this up while it's sitting in here. First thing I'm doing, I'm gonna get my rag, and I'm gonna stuff it inside the tube here so I don't get crap in the axle. Just gotta remind me to take this rag out later, or else it's gonna be a problem. Alright, so we're gonna take the drill with the wire wheel, clean all this up. But first, eye protection. Boy, these things are filthy. I can hardly see what I'm doing. I feel comfortable with that. Alright, let's get the ball joints out. This ABS wire is going to be a challenge. Maybe. Maybe not. This one pops out like that. Yeah. Alright, that's not as bad as I thought it would be. I'm going to put a scratch mark in this, on this bracket for an orientation mark. Here's a kick in the pants. This top nut is 7/8. This bottom nut is 28 millimeter. Let's take this top one off first. I should have brought a bigger parts tray. This thing's got a lot of little stuff to it. You know what? I think we're going to take the tie rod off. Good thing I got a big bin of them. Alright, that looks like 18 mil. 19 mil. Alright, so you're supposed to tap through the knuckle and that should fall out. If not, you put the nut on it, so you're hitting the nut, not the threads, and just give it a little tap. There we go. Perfect. So with this, you can go on top there. So why would you want to take the knuckle off? Well, to service the ball joints would probably be about the most common. If you want to see a video on how to service the ball joints, I'll probably put a card up here for it, or check out one of my fine ball joint videos. Love playing with ball joints. Got some time to kill? Check out my podcast, 10-Minute Off-Road Podcast. It's a podcast for the off-roader with a short attention span. I'll probably put a card up there too somewhere. I'm getting pretty good at doing that. I got some time to kill? Check out this video. This one's my favorite. You don't like that one, then you're really going to hate that one. Don't even bother clicking on it. Don't forget to hit the little subscribe thing. I don't know where it's going to be. It's going to look like a tire somewhere around there. And as always, thanks for watching.